Welcome back to another Madden 21 rebuild I have for you guys here today. Now today it's going to be another realistic rebuild, this time of the New York Giants. Now one quick thing before we really get into this one. Obviously there is no face cam for this video, and the reason for that is because I've been having a lot of trouble rendering videos lately and I really don't know what the issue is. There's always like some kind of file corruption with the video file, so I'm thinking maybe the face cam over top of the video all at 60 FPS is a little bit too much. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and just try to do a couple videos without face cam, see if I still have the same issue. If I still do, then I guess we'll fight through it with facecam. We'll figure it out. But anyway, if you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, and if you like watching Madden 21 franchise content, specifically rebuilds, then definitely hit that subscribe button down below, because this is the place for you. Also, if you enjoy watching this video in particular, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that like button down below. But let's go over the roster. So the Giants are 0-4. Definitely not a good team right now. Daniel Jones is the starting quarterback. Devontae Freeman is the running back. Golden Tate, Darius Slayton. Darius Slayton's very good. Golden Tate's not too bad. I'm not sure if I should simulate with the starters out who are actually out. I guess let me know in the comments. I'll do it for this video just to be safe. So we're not going to have Saquon this season. I don't know when Sterling Shepard's supposed to be back, but we won't have him for the time being. But they do have Andrew Thomas. He's not playing super well in real life, but of course a lot of potential, at least in the game here. Hidden development trade for him, 70 overall. I'm expecting big things for him throughout the course of this rebuild. Will Hernandez is also very good and very young. Kevin Zeitler is a very good right guard as well, but I don't know if he's going to be on the team long term. Evan Ingram is fantastic at tight end, 86 overall for him, still very young. I know I kind of barely talked about him, but Darius Slayton is great. 23 years old, 80 overall, already a very good receiver. I think he can develop incredibly well here for us. Of course, they have Saquon, one of the best running backs in the entire NFL. And then Danny Dimes. We kind of briefly talked about him. I didn't say anything actually about him. But Daniel Jones is a 71 overall. Now, if the season continues as it is, I want to draft Trevor Lawrence. I don't think that's terribly unrealistic either. If Trevor Lawrence is available when the Giants pick, it's not out of the realm of possibilities that they go with him, right? But I also think it wouldn't be a bad option. But I also don't think it would be a bad option to go with a tackle and then try to build through Daniel Jones. We'll kind of just have to see how he plays throughout the rest of this season. And then defensively, surprisingly enough, Blake Martinez is actually playing sort of well this season. As is James Bradberry, not as surprising, but James Bradberry is having a good season. Logan Ryan's their free safety now. Jabril Peppers this year. They do have Xavier McKinney, who is injured, so we're not going to have him for this season. I'm pretty sure he's out the whole year. O'Shane Zimenez, Lorenzo Carter, definitely pretty good outside linebackers, both very young as well. They have a really good defensive line. Leonard Williams, Dalvin Tomlinson, Dexter Lawrence, BJ Hill, all very good players. But we definitely need to draft a middle linebacker on this team. I'm looking for a cornerback if possible, and then more importantly, I'm looking for Trevor Lawrence. I would love to get Trevor Lawrence on this team. If I can't get him, I don't know if I'm going to go with a quarterback. I might take some other position in this draft. But anyway, I will see you guys now at the end of the season. Also, there is a dog laying on my bed currently, and she breathes very loudly. So if you end up hearing anything in the background, it's because it's her. Her name's Mookie. I can't show her right now because I'm not using face cam, but I did show her off in a video recently. But she's just chilling here, taking a nap on my bed. So if you hear anything, it's probably her. But anyway, let's see if we made the playoffs. Of course we did not. We finished 4-12. Hopefully that is good enough for like a top 3 draft pick. Daniel Jones, 3,945 yards, 25 touchdowns, 16 picks. Just not cutting it for me. I don't think I'm going to have him as the future as long as we can get Trevor Lawrence. And now, of course, Devontae Freeman not having a great season. Deion Lewis, same thing there. But Saquon Barkley, at least we're going to get him back this next season. Looking forward to that. Golden Tate, 922 yards. Darius Slayton, 857. How was the blocking? Not great there for Andrew Thomas. Everyone else, I guess, was okay. Defensively, 117 tackles there for Blake Martinez. 12 tackles for loss for Dexter Lawrence. 9 sacks for Leonard Williams. We have 3 picks for James Bradberry. 2 for Julian Love, 1 for David Mayo, Jabril Peppers, Logan Ryan, and Devontae Downs. No touchdowns, but we do have a safety and at least 1 blocked kick. It is only that one from Dexter Lawrence. So we were 28th in the NFL on offense. Defense probably not far behind. Actually 14th, a lot better than I expected. Russell Wilson is going to win MVP. That could totally happen in real life. I would not be surprised. NFC Offensive Player of the Year also goes to Russell. Nobody from the Giants. Defensive Player of the Year is Levante David. Nobody from the Giants on this list either. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Jalen Reagor. Nobody from the Giants on this list. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jeremy Chin. And once again, nobody from the Giants. So we did like nothing this season. Let me go ahead and spend the coach experience before we advance by the playoffs, but I'll let you know who is in the Super Bowl. All right, so the Super Bowl is between the Chiefs and the Seahawks. Also something I can totally see happening in real life. The winner is going to be the Seahawks, 35-28. Now let's go over development trade upgrades before we talk about who we have to bring back onto the team. On the offense, I don't believe anyone is up in development trade here. But Andrew Thomas, of course, has star development. I'm sure you guys all already knew that. Let's get the best lineup back again as well, so we can at least get Saquon back into the starting lineup. Okay, Nate Solder's also here. I kind of want to just cut him. He's not playing in real life. He'd free up a lot of cap if we just did get rid of him. Maybe we can do that in the offseason here. But yeah, I don't think anyone on the offense is up in development trade. And then defensively, Lorenzo Carter went up. I think Leonard Williams went up as well. I don't think he was a superstar before, right? Yeah, he got superstar dev. Okay, I kind of want to bring him back to the team now. Dalvin Tomlinson is also going to be here. I feel like I want him back on the team as well. But Xavier McKinney is also going to be starting at free safety 100%. I don't really want Logan Ryan on the team much longer. He can also slide down a corner if I really need him to. But yeah, I don't think anyone else is up in development trade. So at least, you know, we got Lorenzo Carter. We got Leonard Williams. Guess it could have been worse. But Leonard Williams, I do want back on the team. Not for super long. I don't really want Logan Ryan. Dalvin Tomlinson, I might give a contract to as well. I'm sure we have the money for this at the moment. We have $44.4 million. Let's up this a little bit. See if he wants a 3-year deal. I'm not opposed to that at all. He's coming back to the team. Not bad whatsoever. We could always go ahead and draft a defensive lineman, but I like Dalvin Tomlinson. I'm good to give him this contract if he wants it. They are both coming back to the team. Nice to see. Now, I don't think I want anyone else here. All those guys near the end are going to be backups. Also, Mookie is moving still. You can probably hear her collar jingling a little bit. Let's hop into free agency, though. Let's see who is available. So $33.38 million. The top free agent is Trent Williams. We could probably have him play left tackle, and then Andrew Thomas maybe can move over to right tackle. Have a bit of a better season over there, I'd imagine. We don't really need a safety, but Desmond King could be a corner on this team. Wouldn't mind that at all. Keanu Neal, we don't need. Sheldon Rankins, we definitely don't need. Let's go through and try to find some other players to sign. I wouldn't mind going after, like, a wide receiver. But, like, there's a lot of good receivers in this draft. This is a very deep wide receiver draft class, so I wouldn't mind just snagging a rookie and having him play quite a bit. I'm going to go after Levi Wallace, and I think I'm also going to go after Trey Herndon. I'm not going to give him big contracts at all, but these guys are both young. I've seen them both go up in development quite frequently, so maybe we can get something to go through here. Maybe even Kevin King we can give a contract to as well. If these guys all end up accepting, it's really not a big deal. It's not like they're taking up much cap space at the moment. All right, so we got Trent Williams. He's the only one to accept right now. So that's actually really big. I'm going to move Andrew Thomas to right tackle and then probably cut Nate Solder. He's just taking up a lot of money at the moment. He's also not that great right now. 68 overall, really not worth it to keep on this team. I feel like if the Giants ended up signing Trent Williams or something like that, then they'd probably get rid of Nate Solder or do something with him. I don't know. I'm just going to release him. It's going to save some money for us right now, so I'm perfectly fine with that. We kind of just need like a center to complete this offensive line. Also, did I move Trent Williams to right tackle? No, I didn't. Okay, so Andrew Thomas is going to be playing right tackle. I'm good with that. And then on the offense, I'm looking for quarterback, of course. Maybe a backup running back at some point. Probably another receiver. I wouldn't mind keeping these 3 guys for another season. Just Golden Tate's going to regress really badly. I'm good at tight end. And then on the defensive side, I would like a linebacker and maybe a corner or some kind of defensive back. So I'll see you guys now in the draft. Okay, so we actually got all 3 of the cornerbacks we went after. Interesting. They're not obviously all going to start because I want James Bradbury still to play. That's going to bring up an interesting decision to start this next season out with, but we'll figure it out. We're going to start the NFL draft now, and let's see what kind of draft pick we have. We have the 5th pick. Oh no, I don't think we can actually land Trevor Lawrence then. The Jets will probably just take him now. If we can get by this pick, I feel like we might be able to get him. Maybe the Vikings go with him, but I guess let's simulate. I really wanted him. The Jets are just going to go ahead and take Trevor Lawrence. All right. That does actually suck quite a bit. I really wanted him. I wanted him or Sewell. All right, well, Gregory Rousseau is going to go to the Dolphins. Micah Parsons, I would have loved him as well. All right, so now at the 5th pick, who do we end up going with here? So I think I'm actually going to go with Surtain. I know we just signed a ton of cornerbacks, but they're all incredibly cheap. I can even just release a couple of them. I was just doing that as insurance in case we didn't land a corner in the draft. I'm going to go with Surtain here. I think this is a good draft pick. 78 overall, hidden development trait, ranked number 2, took him at number 5. Okay, 94 speed, 95 acceleration, 81 man, 84 agility, 75 zone, 73 press. A really good cornerback. He is definitely going to develop into this team's number 1 cornerback option. That actually really sucks, though, that we had the number 5 pick. That messed up what I wanted to do pretty badly, but I guess we'll work around it. We could go Rondell Moore. His name looks really funny, but I guess I'm sure Bengal had to do that for whatever reason. Paul Cenadibo is still available as well. I was thinking linebacker, but the more I think about it, I kind of do want a receiver. Now, he wouldn't make too much sense, like, height-wise on this team, but if you think about it, like, this team already has pretty small receivers. Like, they kind of do need a bigger guy. Like Tamori and Terry wouldn't be bad. I think I'm going to go with Rondell Moore. I feel like I can't not take him. I feel like he's too good. I'm going to try to change his name. I'm sure there's a reason why there's a hyphen instead of another O. I'm going to go with him now, though. I'm going to take him. He's a 72, and he has hidden development trait. Okay, 95 speed, 97 acceleration, 77 short, 78 medium, 77 deep. Now, I always thought he was one of the better receivers in this entire class. Like, I feel like a 72 is a bit low, but I don't know if it's actually low. I don't know too much about college football. Bengal knows a lot more than I do, so I do trust his ratings. But I thought he was supposed to be like the first receiver, like the second receiver off the board, at least based on last season. I don't know, maybe something changed. I could still use a center as well. Jarrett Patterson looks like a pretty good player. We could go with him. We can also still land somebody later. Tyler Linderbaum doesn't seem too bad. Jarrett Patterson, I feel like, will be a pretty good player, though. So Jarrett Patterson is on the team now, 69 with hidden. I feel like there are a lot of hidden development trait players later in this draft class, but it's fine, you know. We're gonna make the most of it. Now, in the 4th round, I think I might go with Patty Fisher, because I really want to take at least one middle linebacker, because we do need some kind of rookie who can develop. This is probably going to be a reach, but I don't really care. Patty Fisher is on the team. 66 with normal, definitely a reach. But I do think he is going to be this team's #1 middle linebacker, as sad as that sounds. And maybe we can try to land someone next year, or maybe land somebody in free agency after this next season. I'm not really expecting to like make the playoffs or anything like that this current season, so I mean, I guess I'll just make the most of the rookies we have. I took a 4th round draft pick next year from the 49ers, and now we're going to go to the end of the draft. And like, I think we did pretty well. Not a perfect draft by any means. Like I've been saying, I would have really loved Trevor Lawrence in this draft. Maybe we can do another realistic rebuild like down the line with this team where we draft them. I don't exactly know. But anyway, Patrick Surtain I think is going to be a great addition to this team. Rondell Moore I think will also play really well. Let me see if I can edit his name. It probably won't save. I was able to save it now, so maybe you just can't do it when you're editing the draft class. We also only made 4 selections, which looks really funny. The Giants really don't have many draft picks in this roster right now. I just used the real life roster and started at the current week. But anyway, Trevor Lawrence, of course, the #1 overall pick. Definitely something that could happen in real life. Dylan Moses goes directly after us. I was thinking about him for sure. Alex Leatherwood then goes. Sean Wade, Marvin Wilson, Jamar Chase. I feel like Dylan Moses might have been a better pick for us. I know he's a lower overall, but there were still some really good corners left in the 2nd round. I feel like what I probably should have done, I didn't expect that many receivers to still be there in the 3rd. What I probably should have done was went Dylan Moses, and then like Paul Cenadibo, and then a receiver. That probably would have helped us out a little bit more, but it's okay. I still don't mind this draft. I'm going to go out and sign a backup running back, because we really don't have any right now. I'm not going to sign Darius Geis. Pretty tempting, but I'm not going to do that. Gus Edwards is going to join the team, and like for a pretty good power back, I guess, for us. And I'm also going to sign Cordero Patterson, because he's not a bad running back, and he's a really, really good return man. So maybe he can, you know, prove some value that way. I don't really think he's going to be a free agent at this point in real life. Like, he's a really valuable player. So that's probably a bit unrealistic, but it's really not a big deal. We're just going to go ahead and sign him. But this is going to be the team heading into this next season, right? So we have an 81 overall, 83 offense, 79 defense. Let me also go ahead and change the playbooks, because I don't think the Giants playbooks are really going to work out. So I've been having a bit of trouble with Tennessee lately, so we're not actually going to go with their playbook. I'm going to try, let's go with New Orleans. They normally have a pretty good playbook. And then defensively, I'll give the Giants another shot. Actually, I don't really like that 1-4-3 package. I'm not sure if I like this team too much right now, running any kind of 4-3. I know it wouldn't be too often, but I'm still going to switch. Let's go with the Packers. But we do have some pretty big differences on this offense, right? So we have Trent Williams now as the starting left tackle. He's going to be a beast. We have Patterson now, hidden development center. We have Rondell Moore, hidden development wide receiver. He's going to be the slot guy for us. We have a bunch of really, like, small receivers, but it's okay. We'll get some big guy at some point, most likely. If anything, Evan Ingram can kind of act as that. I don't know. And then on the defense, we have a lot of really good cornerback depth. I know I could just, like, cut these guys. It's just kind of a waste. I'm just going to leave them on the team. I could throw them on the trade block, but no one's going to offer anything. Like I said before, I kind of just went with them just in case we weren't able to land any corners in the draft. We're going to have Patty Fisher be the #1 middle linebacker, and then Xavier McKinney can finally play. That's going to be nice to see. Hopefully he can develop this season. The defensive line is the same. Lorenzo Carter is up in development trait. Hopefully he can continue going up. O'Shane Zibanez maybe can even hit star. Blake Martinez will be the #2, and then Jabril Peppers at strong safety. So this team, I definitely think is better than last year's team. Let's see if the record shows that. The team is not doing any better. We are 1-6. Alright, so something pretty big has to change this next season. The Cowboys are 7-1, 4-4 for the football team, 2-5 for the Eagles. Alright, well, let's check out these development traits. Rondell Moore's might not be revealed, but let's go ahead and check. It is not, but Patterson does have star. It's also up to a 73, so he's playing pretty well. Rondell Moore is also up to a 78. Seems like he's having a pretty good season as well. Patty Fisher is up to a 68. Patrick Surtain actually has Superstar X Factor. All right. Didn't know this, but I'll take it, I guess. That's pretty awesome. We're going to have a great cornerback then for the rest of this rebuild. Really excited for that. Not scout. Let me go bring back some players. Evan Ingram is the top free agent, and I certainly want him back on the team. Kevin Zeitler is also here. I wouldn't mind giving him a 1-year contract. Jabril Peppers, Will Hernandez, Lorenzo Carter, I all want back on the team as well. Let's go ahead and try to get those guys. Okay, those guys are all coming back to the team. Now, BJ Hill is pretty enticing, but we don't actually need him, at least for a couple more seasons, so I'm going to let him go. I feel like we can replace him pretty easily because he is just a depth defensive lineman at the moment. Those are going to be all the free agent signings for right now. I will see you guys at the end of the year. Maybe we'll go 1-15 and have a really good draft pick. You never know. Also, I just want to point this out. If it wasn't obvious already, the draft class I used for the first season was Bengals. You can go ahead and find that. It's like the top downloaded file right now on PS4. I just want to point that out as well in case anyone is in the comments saying that it's very cheap that I got a Superstar X Factor in the draft. I had no idea that Patrick Surtain had Superstar X Factor. Just wanted to point it out in case there was anyone who wanted to comment that. So very obviously, we did not make the playoffs, but we did win at least one more game. We finished 7-9. All right. The team played a lot better the second half of the season. I don't really like that too much because now we don't have a good draft pick, and we also didn't make the playoffs. Okay, well, Daniel Jones had 4,200 yards, 33 touchdowns, 10 picks. What do I do with Daniel Jones? Because that's a really good season. Maybe he'll go up in development trait and we can actually keep him. I don't know. Saquon had a really good year though, of course. 1,400 yards, 5.5 yards per carry, 11 touchdowns. Darius Slayton, just about 1,000 yards. Rondale Moore got pretty close as well, both of those guys with 8 touchdowns. Andrew Thomas was a bit better there at right tackle. Trent Williams pretty good at left tackle. Not a bad season from anyone in particular. 114 tackles for Patty Fisher. We have 13 tackles for loss for Dexter Lawrence. 5.5 sacks for Lorenzo Carter. We have 2 picks for Patrick Surtain, 1 for Lorenzo Carter, James Bradbury, Patty Fisher, and Blake Martinez. 1 defensive touchdown from James Bradbury, 0 safeties, and we have 2 blocked kicks, Dalvin Tomlinson and BJ Hill. We were 4th in the NFL on offense. I guess the defense was just really bad. 22nd. Yeah, not great. MVP this year is going to Patrick Mahomes. Danny Dimes not on the list. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Aaron Rodgers. Daniel Jones, though, number 8. Saquon also on that list. Didn't expect to see him. The Defensive Player of the Year is Khalil Mack. Nobody from the Giants. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Rondale Moore at number 4. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Jabril Cox, I imagine his last name is. Patrick Surtain and Patty Fisher at 2 and 3. It's kind of weird that you have to put hyphens for some names in this game. I don't know how it works. I haven't made a draft class yet. Let's go to the Super Bowl, though, and let's see who's in it. The Bears and the Ravens are in the Super Bowl. I'm going to spend these scouting points, and then we can advance by. The winner of the Super Bowl is going to be the Ravens, 41-35. Now, let's go over these development trait upgrades. Daniel Jones, did you go up in development trait? He actually did. Okay. I don't know what to do with him, then. He might actually develop well, which is strange. Rondale Moore is also a superstar, which is actually quite nice. Trent Williams retired. That sucks. We have to get a new left tackle at some point. But Rondale Moore is going to be such a good player for us. I'm excited to have him. And then on the defense, anyone up in development trade? Patty Fisher went up, which is pretty cool to see. I don't believe anyone else is. But Patrick Surtain is up to an 85. That's amazing to see. Patty Fisher's also going to continue to develop. I like that a lot. The outside linebackers didn't go up, but that's fine. We can make the most out of those guys. We'll figure it out. Maybe we can, go with an edge rusher this year. So I don't think I'm going to bring anyone back to the team right now. I feel like I can replace all these guys very, very easily. Let's just hop straight into free agency and see how much better we can really make this team, because I think this next year we can make a push for the playoffs. We have $50 million. Let's go ahead and see who is available. Devontae Adams. I feel like I really want. Also, Orlando Brown would be really good. Or Mitchell Schwartz. One of the two would be fantastic. But Devontae Adams, he would be that true number 1 receiver on this team. I would love that. Okay, so we're going to give him a smaller offer. Not necessarily a small deal in general, but we're going to give him that instead. That's 56 points. I'm good to give him that. Maybe he can accept and we can save some money. So let's go ahead and bring this down just a tad. Try to save a little bit more money as well. Let's go to 7.1. That's going to be 81 total points. Perfectly fine offering that up. Ooh, Rashaan Evans would be really good on this team as well. I almost want to switch to a 4-3 at some point. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but Rashaan Evans I do want on the team. He's going to help out in a 3-4 or a 4-3. It doesn't really matter. 85 total points I'm perfectly fine with. I think I'm good to simulate now. I could go after Jair Alexander, but I'm not going to. Let's go to the second week in the offseason. We got Orlando Brown Jr. We got Rashaan Evans. Okay, so we just did not hear back yet from Davante Adams. We are still the only team bidding on Adams. I'm going to raise this a little bit, see if he accepts this next week. We got Davante Adams on the squad. Okay, he's going to make the offense, which was already pretty good, a lot better, because we now have a true #1 receiver. Darius Slayton will be the 2, Rondell Moore the 3. I really still like Sterling Shepard, but he is 29. I guess we'll keep him on the team just as a depth player at the moment. I don't really want to cut him. Feels kind of unfair. But yeah, I think I really like this receiving core now. I found a good group of guys later in the draft. I'm actually really excited to go ahead and take them. We have the 14th overall pick because we kind of ruined our own tank, which is fantastic. Let's go straight to that pick. I'm not going to trade up. I don't want to do anything like that. So let's see who's still available. We could go with Jerry Samuel. He has early first-round talent, man. He's going to be really good. I kind of want to do this. Daniel Jones did just play well, though, which is a tough decision. Let's see who else is available, I guess. Who else would I want here? Also, Kevin Tatum looks really good. Late first-round talent. Skip the combine. Same thing here with CJ Whitaker. He looks very good as well. I really don't know who to go with. I was thinking about going with an edge rusher as well, but all the good ones are gone. Keelan Cofield might be the best one left. He's a late first-round talent. Evan Benson's also pretty good late first-round talent, but no one else, really. Mitch Black is a really good player, early first-round talent for him. I think we do go with the quarterback. There's no one else who I really want with this pick. I didn't expect to actually be able to land Jerry Samuel. Eric Nash also looks good, but he's a late first-round talent. I'm going to go with Jerry Samuel. If he has hidden development trait, I think we start him. He does have hidden. He's the best player in the entire class. I feel like it'd be dumb not to start him, but I do kind of feel bad for Daniel Jones, because he did just have a good season. But now we don't have to pay Daniel Jones, so we can save a lot of money that way. I guess we get our version of Trevor Lawrence this year. I'm sorry, Giants fans, if you wanted me to stick with Daniel Jones, but I just don't know. Like, he did play well. That's definitely true. If there was not still an early first-round talent quarterback, I probably would not have selected a quarterback with that pick. But I guess here we're going to go with one of these defensive ends. Now, if one of these guys has hidden, maybe we do make the switch to a 4-3 this season. Or they could just probably move up to outside linebacker. I don't know which one to go with, though. Keelan Cofield, 4.61 speed. Evan Benson, 4.61 speed. Who is younger? Keelan Cofield by 1 year. But Evan Benson looks like he has better stats. I'm going to go with Benson. 72 with normal. All right, ranked number 23. Take him at number 46. Not a bad player in the slightest. Not sure if he's going to play. Maybe somewhere. Maybe we can make it work. Here in the 3rd round, I'm going to go with this running back because he looks gross. Kari Johnson. A+ carrying, A- stiff arm, A- trucking. He's going to be our backup running back. He looks insanely good. 76 with normal. Ranked number 8. Took him at number 78. 90 speed, 90 carrying, 93 acceleration, 83 trucking. That guy's a really good running back. He's going to be a great backup there for Saquon. With this pick, I'm going to go with a tight end if he is still available, but he's probably not. He is not still here. Not a big deal. Of course, we have Evan Ingram. So instead, let's go with a fullback here and then maybe a middle linebacker next. I'm good with that. Juan Etienne. 71 with normal, ranked number 36. Took him at number 110. He's a pretty good looking fullback. I'm good with that. Like I said before, with the 22nd pick, we're going to go with a middle linebacker. This guy might play. I don't exactly know yet. If he has hidden, he's certainly going to play, but let's see. Juan Harrington at 69 with normal. 86 speed, 90 acceleration, 83 hit power. Okay, really good middle linebacker. There's a pretty good combine grade safety. He's actually still here. Dwayne Ellerby. I'm going to take him. 66 with normal. I don't mind that draft pick at all. I ranked number 126, got him at number 142. All right, I'm good with it. I'm just going to simulate to the end of the draft now. I think this draft went very well. We got a new franchise quarterback, even though I feel like Daniel Jones could have panned out to be a franchise quarterback. It's okay, though. We have another defensive end who's not too bad, a really good backup running back, and then a starting fullback, and potentially a starting middle linebacker. Also a 71 overall D tackle with normal. All right, I'll take that every single draft. That's perfect. He might play one day, actually, when we have to re-sign some of these older defensive linemen. But of course, we do have the best player in the class. There are 2 other 78s. Tracy Rudd, a left end, and then Marshall Butler, a running back with 94 speed. Dylan Shelton's a really good middle linebacker. Eric Johnson's a good receiver. Jonathan Clancy, good-looking running back. Very similar to the guy we drafted. Let's check out the other quarterback in this class. I was kind of tempted to take Eric Nash at one point. He only has normal, so I'm very happy I did not take him. There's also a 2nd-round quarterback who looked all right, Gary Watts. Hidden development trait for him. He would have been an interesting selection. I was thinking about taking him in the 2nd round if I wasn't able to get the quarterback we landed in the 1st. Okay, so Blake Martinez only has 1 more year left on his contract. I might try to throw him on the trade block just to see if we can get anything for him, because I want Patty Fisher starting anyway. So let's add him to the trade block here quickly. And then I think I am done making moves to this team right now. We're going to keep with a 3-4 for this next season. Also, I will definitely spend the coach experience before we simulate. But the offense looks pretty insane at the moment. 88 overall, 85 overall team, 83 defense as well. But Samuel is now going to be the quarterback. I'm sorry, Daniel Jones. I really am. I kind of feel bad, but come on. There was an early first-round talent quarterback in the mid-first round. There was no way I could pass on him. I feel like you guys would have been punching your screens if I actually passed on him. He has Saquon to pair up with. Devontae Adams joins the team. Darius Slayton, Rondale Moore, a disgusting group of receivers. Really good offensive line, and then Evan Ingram. So this guy is in a perfect situation. And then on the defense, Rashaan Evans is going to join the team. I think he's like the only huge acquisition we landed on this side of the ball. But the defense is still very solid overall. So we do have Harrington, who can eventually maybe start one day if we do switch defenses. Lorenzo Carter has been doing all right. O'Shane Zimenez has been doing okay. Kind of hoping he can go up in development at this point, but he just kind of hasn't. It's okay, though. We are going to simulate. I'll let you know what the record looks like at the midseason. We did not end up getting any offers there for Blake Martinez, so I just simulated straight to week 9. Let's go ahead and check out the record. We are 4-4. This division's pretty good in general. That was actually a really big win then over the Eagles. They are 5-3, 4-3 for the Cowboys, 4-4 down there for Washington. Let's go ahead and check out these development traits. I think it's just one. The quarterback is a superstar. Okay, that's amazing. He's going to go up to an 83 overall as well. Can he fit the scheme? He can finally fit the scheme. There we go. Hopefully now auto progression goes into strong arm, so he remains, fitting the scheme. But I think that was definitely the correct choice over Daniel Jones. He's already an 83 overall. He's already a lot better, so that's fantastic. There's no development traits to reveal on the defense, but in general, the team looks like they're playing quite well. And hopefully we can clutch out a playoff berth here this season. I definitely think we have the team for it. But Kevin Zeitler wants to talk about the bye week. Let's go ahead and, rest and relaxation. And I feel like that's like the best way to go because I think the team is a little bit happier. You get some injury, which is nice, +3 morale. That's fine. Then let's go ahead and obviously bring back Saquon because he is very important to this team. Darius Slayton I would like back on the team. Dexter Lawrence I definitely want back. Kevin Zeitler's interesting. We can probably replace him quite easily. I don't know if I'll bring him back. Dalvin Tomlinson, I don't know if I'll bring back to the team. James Bradbury is getting very old too. He's going to regress really badly this season. Danny Dimes, I'm not going to bring back. He's going to go to some other team and probably do really well. There are a lot of free agents here, and I want a good number of them. I definitely want Saquon, Darius Slayton, Dexter Lawrence. I think those are the only 3 guys I'm going to go after right now. We'll kind of figure everybody else out at the end of the season here. All right, so we actually clinched the playoffs, 9-7. We have to take on the 9-7 New Orleans Saints, 10-6 for Washington, 9-7 for the Eagles, 7-9 for the Cowboys. This quarterback had 4,835 yards, 46 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Yeah, I think this guy was definitely the correct choice at quarterback. Good Lord. Saquon Barkley, 4.7 yards per carry, 6 touchdowns, 7 touchdowns for rookie Kari Johnson. We have 3 1,000-yard receivers. Devontae Adams gets 10 touchdowns, Rondale Moore 13, and then Evan Ingram gets 9. Darius Slayton even had a good year down there. 840 yards, 4 touchdowns for him. The offensive line played really well. This offense was insane. 109 tackles there for Rashaan Evans. We have 13 tackles for loss for Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence. We have 5.5 sacks for Rashaan Evans. Kind of weird that a middle linebacker is going to lead the team in that. Lorenzo Carter, I guess, ties with him with 5.5 as well. 2 picks for Rashaan Evans, 1 for Patrick Surtain, 1 for Xavier McKinney, and Levi Wallace. No defensive touchdowns. We do have a safety, though, for Leonard Williams. And we have a blocked kick from Evan Benson, I think his name is. We were first in the NFL on offense. I can't believe how well this quarterback played. And then we were 20th on defense. I might go ahead and make some kind of switch to the defense. Jerry Samuel gets robbed of MVP. All I gotta say. Come on, man. That's insane that he didn't win it. He does win Offensive Player of the Year, though. Defensive Player of the Year is Jelani Tavai. Rashaan Evans at number 4. He had a really good season. Offensive Rookie of the Year, of course, is Jerry Samuel. Kari Johnson at number 3 as well. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Alfonso Brown. Evan Benson at number 5. All right. So hopefully this guy will go up to Superstar X Factor. I definitely think he's going to. All right, let's see what the Saints overall is. They're a very good team, so their overall doesn't even normally matter. They just kind of go off in the postseason. They're an 87. We are an 88. We have 3,000 coach experience. I should actually spend that before we simulate this game. But this team is looking really good. This rebuild has been pretty successful in my opinion so far. But let's go ahead and get the linebacker training boost. Why not? And then we can advance by this week and see if we can take down the Saints. I really don't think we're going to, but I'm just happy we were able to make it into the postseason. We actually do win that game. We have to take on another 9-7 team. The Eagles are an 86 overall. Let's go ahead to the conference championship and see if we can make it into this game. We cannot. We lose 31-7. Let's go to the Super Bowl. Let's see if the Eagles are back in it once again. They have to take on the Raiders, so let's advance by, see who's going to win. Of course, auto scouting is on, so I'm not worried about wasting scouting points. The Eagles are going to win another Super Bowl, 28-6. Let me go ahead and check out development trade upgrades before we actually get into the players who I want to bring back to the team. So, the quarterback should be up to Superstar X Factor, and he absolutely is. That's fantastic to see. Darius Slayton didn't go up, neither did Rondell Moore. It's kind of sad, but it's okay. It happens. And then on the defense, I don't believe anyone is actually up in development trait, which is kind of sad. I thought at least Rashaan Evans would go up. He had a really good season. But the quarterback has 5 more experience points. This guy is going to be an absolute glitch. He already is. I just can't wait to see what he does his sophomore season. But let's see. Who should we bring back to the team? Kevin Zeitler on a 1-year deal isn't actually that bad. We have a lot of money. I'll offer him this. He might not take it, though. He wants to play for a new team. That's fine. We can definitely replace him. Dalvin Tomlinson. I wouldn't mind bringing back on a 1-year deal as well. He's still a pretty good defensive tackle. He's going to test out free agency as well. Okay, I feel like we can replace him once more. We can definitely get another cornerback. We got these 2 guys, or these 3 guys, all very easily. No Danny Dimes. Oshane Zimenez, I also feel like we can kind of replace. I feel like we can make this team into a God squad this next season, because we have a lot of money to spend in free agency. Hopefully this free agency period is big, because I certainly think we can make this team into something special. We have $59.16 million. The top free agent is Kareem Hunt. That's kind of upsetting. I really wanted some kind of stud here. That's fine. I mean, he's good, but we're not going to bring him onto the team. David DeCastro, we should probably go after. He's a pretty big improvement there over Kevin Zeitler. We'll give him a contract to 94 total points. I'll improve this a little bit more as well. Okay, I think I went after all the players I want right now. Let's advance to the next week in free agency. See if we got all 3 players. We got Greedy Williams, we got David DeCastro, we got Rashawn Gary. All right, so I'm going to look in the draft to try to replace some of the players we lost. Hopefully we can do that. I actually kind of meant to go after a defensive tackle, but I think it's okay. We can probably land one in the draft here. We also drafted some guy last year who's actually not too bad. Yeah, we still have McClellan, so if I need him to start, I'm perfectly fine with that. Darnay Holmes could even still play at cornerback as well. I'll look to replace him if I can, but the offense is fine. I'm not going to target offense, I don't think, at all in this draft. I'm mainly just looking at the defensive side. Let's go ahead and advance to pick number 26. I actually have not looked at the draft class yet. I'll look at it at my pick. I didn't want to trade up or anything like that. Seems like there are no good corners. There's this guy who's pretty good. Late first-round talent. I will definitely take him. And that's as far as the scout got. That's fine, I guess. I'm going to go with the defensive tackle. I just know for sure this guy is going to start. So welcome to the team here. 73, and he has hidden. Definitely going to start. I could have taken him next round, but I didn't really want to trade this one away because I don't even think I'm going to go another season after this anyway. So I figured it was just kind of a waste. Might as well just take him, especially since I knew he was going to be really good. You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to go ahead and take the outside linebacker. See if he's any good. Jimmy Sweet. Are you going to be a sweet draft pick? No, not at all. You are terrible. Guess that's what happens when you know nothing about him aside from the combine. You can't just kind of go off of combine anymore. I remember back in the day, back in like Madden 17, maybe, you can almost entirely just go off of combine. Like if you found somebody with a 7, there was like no chance they were going to be bad. We're going to go with this cornerback. Speaking of 7 combines, 72 with normal. You're probably going to play just because you are a rookie. Like, I'm fine with that. All right, here we go. What are the chances this man has hidden? Probably very low. I'll still take him. 67. He's actually pretty good. I doubt I'll really be able to find anyone now who's going to play. I kind of want Joey Kirkpatrick just because he has a 7 combine. He is not going to be good. Here we go, boys. We're going to guess. 62 overall. 68. He's actually pretty good. 91 speed and acceleration. Good agility as well. He's got a good kick returner. Not bad at it. 73. Not good either, but let's just go to the end of the draft now. All right, so another okay draft. Like, nothing crazy, but at least we got one hidden development trade player. A couple guys in the upper 60s. Actually, a bunch of guys in the upper 60s. The computer did a pretty good job at the end there. Let's go ahead and check out the entire NFL. Who is the best player in this class? It's a 78 overall running back, Dalton Little. Normal development only, kind of sad. Rashawn Poole, TJ Hicks, Cyril Baker, all pretty good-looking players. There's a center in the 3rd round, and then a center in the 2nd round. Both very talented. Okay. Well, I wasn't really looking for a center. but those guys both look really good. All right, so we're going to sign Kirk Cousins to back up this quarterback we have right now, because why not? But this is going to be the team heading into what will most likely be the final season. 88 overall, 93 offense, and I think that said 83 defense. The defense isn't great, but I definitely think this offense can carry this team into the playoffs. This quarterback is insane. He's a 92 overall. Like, this guy is one of the better quarterbacks I've drafted this year for sure. This offense is just kind of gross in general. We have a really good offensive line, probably the best wide receiver trio in the NFL right now, probably the best 4 receivers. Sterling Shepard's even still pretty good. And then Evan Ingram is the tight end, definitely a really solid option there. And then defense, it definitely takes a step back, but it's still not bad. We still have one superstar X Factor. Leonard Williams also has superstar, and then we have a ton of stars. So I do like this side of the ball. It's not great. Definitely not like one of the best defenses I've ever built or anything crazy like that. But the team I still think is very solid. Okay, so, I mean, we made the playoffs, but very barely. We finished 8-8 this season. So did 2 other teams in this division, 7-9 then for Washington. So the entire division almost finished 8-8. The quarterback still led the league in touchdowns, just over 4,000 yards, 13 interceptions. So another good season for sure. Saquon was very good, 1,400 yards, 5.6 per carry, 10 touchdowns. Pretty insane. Devontae Adams, over 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Evan Ingram gets 15, over 1,000 yards as well. Rondell Moore, 9 touchdowns. Darius Slayton, 7. Those guys all played really well. The offensive line was fantastic. This offense is insane. I'm guessing the defense is where a lot of the losses came from. 114 tackles there for Rashaan Evans, 15 tackles for a loss for Dexter Lawrence. We have 8 for Lorenzo Carter. That's a good season for him to have. 3 picks for Xavier McKinney, 2 for Rashaan Evans and Greedy Williams, 1 for Patty Fisher and Frank Bolden. We have no touchdowns, we have no safeties, and we have 4 blocked kicks. 2 for Carter Coughlin, 1 for Leonard Williams and Cam Brown. We were 6th in the NFL in offense. That side of the ball is playing very well. Defensively, we were 13th, so also not that bad. Deshaun Watson's going to win MVP, our quarterback at number 4. Take that for sure. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Justin Fields, our quarterback at number 4. Defensive Player of the Year is Devin White. Rashaan Evans at number 8. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jeremy Holiday. Nobody from the Giants. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Deshaun Jeffrey. Frank Bolden at number 2. So the defensive tackle and the corner getting up there. We also have 8,000 coach experience. I didn't have enough to get anything at the beginning of the season, so I didn't spend it. We'll just get the running back and the wide receiver boost. Actually, the tight end boost, because Saquon's probably already a 99 overall. But let's go ahead and upgrade the team. We probably don't have many of these experience points. We have 1 for Lorenzo Carter, so definitely worth spending. We definitely should be able to take down the Lions. I hope so. We're in 91. They're in 85. Please tell me we can take down this team. They do have a defensive tackle who's a superstar X Factor. That's interesting. Let's go into the divisional round, and we did win 42-38. Very close game. Now, the Bears are really good in Madden, so I'm kind of scared to go up against them. I feel like we're going to lose. Also, our quarterback has Truz. I didn't even realize that. That's interesting. Let's go to the conference championship. Can we take down the Bears? We cannot. We're going to lose heading into the conference championship in back-to-back seasons, I'm pretty sure. But I still think I'm going to end the video here. I like how this video turned out. This team, I think, is insane. And I'm surprised they didn't actually do better throughout the season. I feel like maybe it's because the defense was a 3-4. I normally don't have success with that kind of formation. But let's go into the offseason. Let's just see who's going to win the Super Bowl. It's going to the Titans, 37-35. Checking out these development trait upgrades for sure, too. Evan Ingram is not up in development trait. What does he have to do? But this offense is gross. 97 overall quarterback. A little bit with his morale, then also with that experience point. 99 overall running back, 99 overall receiver, 93, 92 for the other 2 receivers on this team. Evan Ingram's a 92. The offensive line is great. Defensively, Lorenzo Carter and Rashaan Evans are going to go up in development trait. This defensive tackle only has star. Rashawn Gary is also up. This team's looking really, really good. Maybe we can actually come back to this one at some point. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Really hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Where every step you take is do or die.